Hello YouTube. So I've never done a vlog before, so this is new. But I was lucky enough to win a ticket to go and see the first two episodes of The Wheel of Time today, which is November 16th, so it's a few days before it releases publicly. And there's meant to be some sort of games and experience. I'm not really sure what the whole event's going to entail, but I figured I'd record my journey and the adventure, at least as much of it as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to record the episodes, and I wouldn't do that anyway, but we are going to London today. And even though I'm in the UK, that's nowhere near London. Come on, guys. It's about a 3-hour train for me. So, not too bad. I managed to get quite a fast train. And I'm going to be setting off in about an hour. So I've just been waking up and watching people's recaps from the premiere yesterday, which looked like so much fun. But I'm really excited to go to the White Tower today. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time I check in. So, I'm on the train now, it's busy, so I'm recording this in the toilets because anxiety. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a coffee and then chill and play some Breath of the Wild on the Switch, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get to London. London, bitch! Just touched down. I am wandering to a nearby spot I know where I'll be able to get away with lighting up a spliff, so that's the first thing to do off the train, and then I'll go get some food into the hotel. But yeah, just driving London. Possibly the longest train I've ever been on. Not actually, technically, but it felt like it. I'm absolutely starving as well. I think I'm going to go to the Yo Sushi after I've had this smoke. And then I'm going to go check in the hotel and hopefully find some of you Twitter timers and hang out a bit before the Tower event. What up? So I just checked into the hotel here in London, in Aldgate, which is about a 10-minute walk away from the venue, so I'm going to be heading there in a little bit, but I've got a couple of hours to kill before the event actually starts, so I don't need to tell you all what I'm going to be doing. I think you already know. And also, I don't think I can flip the camera around. Let me just stop this real quick. So literally, as I was talking about what I'm going to be doing before the show, I noticed across the street, I don't think you'll be able to see it on the camera, literally 1620, the time 4:20 is the number of that building across the street. I'm sorry, I just had to point it out. Anyway, I'm super excited to go to this event. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be going on. There's some sort of games and prizes to be won, they've told us. There's... The most important thing is there's the first 2 episodes being screened, and I can't fucking wait. Honestly, I've been a fan of this series for so long, as so many of us have, and the fact that I'm finally gonna see it, it's mind-blowing. So hype as hell, especially hype about episode 2, because I feel like I already have a pretty good idea, maybe like 45 minutes out of the hour of episode 1 like figured out in my head. I know what's gonna happen. It doesn't mean I don't want to see it just as much, but I think I've sort of got a better idea. Yikes. That's gonna be hard to sleep by. But episode 2 I'm much more clueless about. I probably know 10 minutes-ish of the footage that I've pieced together from various places, but that's about it. So it'll be really exciting to see exactly what happens in episode 2. I'm gonna wrap up this little check-in anyway and go and see if I can hang out with some folks before the event. So, see you guys next time in a little bit, which is for you right now. Hey, so it's a bit later now. Haven't actually been inside yet, but checked my names on the list. All good. Met with some other fans outside. They're really nice. Love you guys if you're there. And we're just having one last smoke. Cause there's gonna be a 4-hour period where I can't smoke, so I'm getting it in while I can. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside in like 15 minutes and the event's gonna start, and then I'm gonna get to watch the first 2 episodes in a little while. In the tower!
Yeah, I did. I knocked off at 2.
Fans everywhere.
These bad bitches gonna throw a light on the side of the actual White Tower. Only Bezos. Okay, I'm filming as I'm going up the stairs because I don't know what I'm gonna find. Ooh, it's like a little forest. The Green Man's abode. Welcome to the Winespring Inn. Oh my god. What?
It's crazy. So this whole thing is crazy. We've just come into the Winespring Inn, being given like loads of different cocktails and shit. There's books everywhere. Wheel of Time books, obviously, but they're literally everywhere. So I'm guessing we just get to pick one of these up. Slash, hope I don't get it taken from me on the way out. But yeah, I have no idea what's gonna go on. I'll pan around a bit.
Yeah, for one-off, it's not all.
It's like a whole stage up here.
This one, like, unironically, you got a good connection. Like, that's right here.
Checking again soon.
So I'm pretty sure this is the band setting up. Crazy. Let's get it. Hey! Guy right here. He's just going. Look at him. He's fucking loving it. So much flair. He's chilling. He's definitely smoking some weed. This guy hasn't moved position in 6 years. Oh shit. There it goes.
So, if I'm 100% honest, so far, it's been a bit cringy, but I haven't seen any of the actual Wheel of Time yet. It's just been the weird pre-show with, like, Twitch streamers who don't actually know about the Wheel of Time. But it's a really cool atmosphere in there. There's, like, a live band playing, and they're just, like, drinks and canapes and all sorts of shit going on. We just had to solve some riddles as a group, and I just thought I'd come outside for a smoke because it's getting close to the screening time, which is what we're all excited for. But yeah, I just thought I'd check in with you guys again, and then probably now this will be the last time I speak before actually seeing the episodes. So next time, when I come back, I'll have seen the first 2 episodes of The Wheel of Time. Which is finally happening, oh my god. It's hitting me now. Yo, quick message from Future James, just to say I also participated in a one-on-one head-to-head quiz with another fan, which was streamed on the Prime Video UK channel. I'll show the intro of it now.
Screen so everyone can see at some point. Number 1. But I can start in the meantime. Here we go. So, who is the author of the... whoa.
But basically, this was frustrating as fuck. The streamers kept telling me, turn around, you're looking at the screen, the questions are up on there, and thinking I was trying to cheat and get a heads up, but it was like the questions were also on a screen in front of us that the other guy was looking at, so yeah, that was quite a stressful experience. Just thought I'd pop in there. Also, to all the people in chat, I wasn't drunk, really. It was just a bit confusing and adrenaline was high. I was baked, but not drunk.
Yo. So I am walking back to my hotel now. I'm gonna catch up properly when I've actually like regained some brain cells, because right now I'm in shock. Still. But phenomenal. And when I am more chilled, when I'm just stood having a spliff, I'll come back and talk to you guys properly about what the fuck just went down, because that was pretty wild. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. For you, it's been a few seconds. For me, it's been about 14 hours, 16 hours, something around that. I did try and record a little last night after I got back to my hotel, but my phone actually ran out of memory, so I went through and deleted a bunch of stuff this morning and thought I'd get to this now. Plus I was kind of rambling anyway, I was a bit tipsy at that point, so I ended up mentioning some spoilery stuff that I'd rather not go into until the episodes are out. But you can see I am sat up against a tree trunk, like Matt and the Evandaldora, but it's not healing me quite as much. This is a little bit though. Gotta have that trefoil. So I just wanted to give some thoughts about the episodes now that I've had a chance to process everything. Now I'm going to keep this spoiler free. I will be covering each episode on the channel anyway, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in a while. But right off the bat, the acting was incredible. Not a single one of the cast failed to make me believe that they were them. I wanted to cry every time Barney Harris spoke as Matt. He was so good, and it's going to be so sad to see him go in season 2. I'd say maybe him and Zoe Robbins as Nanny are the standout performances for me. I liked Daniel Henney's line a lot more than I expected to as well. Not that I wasn't expecting to like it, but he brought almost a silent humour, which I think is probably there if you look for it. Almost like how Sanderson wrote Tal Manners in the later books, if you've read that far. But all the characters did feel like themselves. All the actors played their roles very well. The writing was pretty good. There was some humour moments, like spread out, but not in like a comical slapstick way. It wasn't cringy at all. It felt natural within the discourse of the scene. And it wasn't always Matt either making jokes. Sometimes it was other people making jokes at his expense, which I suppose you could sort of expect. if I had to make one complaint, the pacing was a bit too fast for me. It was quite hard to catch everything because the colours were off, you know, it wasn't quite HD, it was on a projector in a small room setting, so it was like, it was kind of hard to see some of the darker scenes, and it was hard to hear the dialogue fully, which, you know, being in a room full of fans all going crazy for something they've waited years for, which was amazing, by the way. Just the whole experience was phenomenal, getting to meet all the other fans and just hang out and feel at home. It's really cool for me because a lot of the people you speak to online are over in the US or whatever. You know, the UK was sort of dotted about all over the place, and we don't always get to see each other, but it was really nice to meet a bunch of people from the community. But back to what I was saying, the pacing is a little too fast for my taste. It did feel like we didn't quite get to spend enough time with the characters before they left Emmonsfield. I would have liked just maybe an extra 10 minutes of before Winter Night, so we could get into to know them before shit goes down a bit more. We did get some really good stuff on that front, but there just could have been a bit more for my taste. Episode 2 was better on the pacing front. There were a lot more sort of breaks from the chaos in the second episode, which allowed you to just sit with the characters for a bit and learn about them and what makes them tick and their motivations and etc, etc, etc. So I'd say the pacing was better in the second episode. In the first episode, I would have just liked a bit more time to get to know the characters in their home environment. And just a quick note, I don't feel like I have to say much on this topic, but the visual effects and the practical effects used on all the Trollocs and the scenes, the landscapes, and also the sets that though are all top-notch. Costumes as well, of course. It's scored beautifully by Lon Balfe. And yeah, just in general, production terms, like, it's up there at the top. And I think it's going to really draw in new fans, because the only niggle I had, like I said, was the pacing, and I don't think that'd matter so much for a new fan, because they'll get more swept up in the action because they don't know what's going on. So, I mean, that will remain to be seen. I'll find that out in a couple of days when it's actually publicly released and I get to watch it with my sister for the first time, who's never read the books but heard me talk on and on about it. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I kind of imagine that it will cater better to the newer audiences. And they won't notice the pacing issues as much because they don't have a frame of reference for what the pacing should be like, or what we expect it to be like even. And just before I wrap up and start making my journey back to the Grim North, I will be covering each episode on my channel week by week as they come out. I don't know exactly when I'll be covering 1, 2 and 3. At least 1 will be out on Friday the 19th. 2 and 3 will probably come a few days later each. My episode breakdowns, but enough in time probably before episode 4 drops that I'll be caught up. And what I'm going to be doing is, rather than, I didn't see much point in doing like a technical breakdown of deep dive of everything that's going on. There are plenty of content creators out there that could do a much better job than I could. Check Unraveling the Pattern, Nabliss, the Dusty Wheel, of course, and I got to meet those guys last night. Well, not Unraveling the Pattern, but Nabliss and the Dusty Wheel, and also Critter, and that was great, even just for a couple of minutes. It was fantastic to finally meet these people I've been having conversations with online for the past year or so.
So yeah, there's people that can do that better than I can, and I don't want to just like recap the episode because that seems a bit pointless in my opinion. You don't need a recap for an episode. So what I decided to do was go with top 10 moments in each episode. So I will be breaking down my top 10 favourite what the fuck, oh my god, that was crazy, yes, and no moments, you know, everything, all the best stuff that happens in each episode, along with probably some honourable mentions as well. So the first one of those will be out on November the 19th, and you can look forward to that after you've finished binging the first 3 episodes yourself. I have been James from Wheel of Time, and I still am. I don't know why people say I have been, because you don't stop being just because you're not on air anymore. But I am James from Wheel of Time, and this has been my journey to the White Tower for the screener, the first 2 episodes of the Wheel of Time, and it has been a blast. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought of the episodes if you've seen them already, but try and keep it spoiler free. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I make a lot of like animated videos, music videos most often, so definitely check some of those out if you're familiar with the series, but they are full of spoilers. However, lots of more spoiler-free content is on the way with the episode top 10s, as I just mentioned. Alright, I'm gonna say bye now, but take care y'all, and Tai'Shar.